Going on, guys? Welcome back to Network Chuck. Real quick, let me know if you can hear me. I set up a whole new streaming setup. No idea if it works, so I hope this works great. I would love to know if it works. Today we're going to be talking about a new hacking certification from Cisco. What? When I saw that, I'm like, that's interesting. So first of all, Cisco's not new to the hacking game. And by the way, my audio is louder this time. Let me know how that sounds. I've got some decaf today, rocking my 404 blend. I'm loving decaf more and more every time I drink this. Man. Ooh, it's so stinking good. This is actually my second pot of decaf. I had the fully leaded stuff earlier this morning. So let's talk about Cisco. If you're just tuning in, Cisco has a new ethical hacking cert. We're going to be covering all the ins and outs of that as much as I can. And what's interesting is that it's not like their other certifications. They are jumping into the ethical hacking world, and they're not new to security, right? Like Cisco's had security-focused certifications. They've been around since before most of these hacking cert providers have been around. Hack the Box, you've got TCM Security, you've got the eLearn Security, which I think is owned by I&E now. You got all these people. Cisco's been doing the security stuff for a long time, so they're not new to it. It's a thing. Some good coffee. Now, I also will be showing you, I totally forgot to bring it in here. So I'm going to show you some projects I've been working on. They've been all consuming and so stinking fun. I cannot wait to show it to you. And then I'll mention some things I found in the news this week that are interesting. Also, we missed our stream last week. I didn't say anything about it. My bad. It was a crazy week last week. I was in the middle of trying to record. Anyways, I think everything's working. You guys can hear me, I think. I'm actually for the first time ever, streaming to like all my platforms. So I'm on LinkedIn, X, Twitch, YouTube. It is absolutely terrifying. And if you're joining me here for the first time, so glad you're here. Oh, man. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to show you real quick what I'm talking about. I saw this come up actually a few weeks ago. So this is not like brand new news. But yeah, Cisco, and I actually wanted to wait until they did their live stream because it was kind of like a weird thing. They came out with it, said, hey, we're going to come out with a Cisco ethical hacking certification, and they didn't say much. It was very vague, but they said they had a live stream plan. So I'm going to switch to my desktop here. Boom, desktop activated. Can y'all see and still hear me here? All right, let's go. So by the way, this guy, love him. I've met him at Cisco Live before. We did an interview, Joe Clark. He's always all about the Cisco certifications, great dude. And they did like an hour-long thing about Cisco ethical hacking. Now, full disclosure, I did not watch this. Way too much. I pulled the script down, put it into ChatGPT, and did it that way. Okay. I got distracted. I saw my screen like blank out. I'm like, oh no, it's not working anymore. Real quick, what are you drinking today? Or this evening, whatever time it is for you. Let me know what you got going on. I also might show you something with, I want to kind of like do segments with these live streams. What I think I might also try and do is show you something I've learned. Not like learn new, but like mastered a bit. And that's Python virtual environments. They'll save your life. Anyways, Joe Clark, Cisco Certificate in Ethical Hacking. Let's go look at the About Me on this sucker. And I'm going to grab my handy dandy pencil. Is this pre-recorded? Does that answer your question? So, Anton's eating some cheesecake. For Bao, it's 6 a.m. All right, let me get my drawing stuff out here. It is not pre-recorded. Now, real quick in the chat, let me know if you are excited about the prospect of Cisco having a cybersecurity, they've already had cybersecurity, an ethical hacking certification. I'll tell you, like, when I first saw that, my first reaction was, that's pretty cool. Because I'm a massive fan of Cisco. My channel's called Network Chuck. If you saw in the intro on my mug, my entire platform used to be Cisco networking and collaboration. which that's their VoIP and telephony side. So I think Cisco has kind of mastered the certification world, and the CCNA. Like, if you're in IT, you've heard of the CCNA. It is the gold standard for certifications. If I had to vote for what the best certification is, it would be the CCNA every single time. So they're saying, hey, we're going to jump into the ethical hacking world. All right, you got my attention. Let's find out some more. So let's go to the desktop. So let's see. Think like a hacker to advance your career in offensive security. And I've only just kind of scratched the surface on this. I want to discover a lot of this with you guys. So the goal is they want to... So you'll be able to receive domain-specific digital badges. So I wonder if they're going to be different badges. I'm not sure about that yet. Get real-world offensive security experience. That's interesting. So I wonder how they're going to do that. Because we know that Cisco certifications are, for the most part, like multiple choice questions. Simulation-based, but nothing crazy. So I'm curious how they're going to do this. Oh, and of course, they got Splunk. They bought Splunk. They had to throw that in. So they're going to be doing themed capture the flag challenges. Themed. What does that mean? And you'll show off your skills with a certificate or digital badge. Yeah, we all know that. Credly gives out the badges. Everyone knows about this. But you can collect additional badges to show you're always a step ahead of threat actors. So I guess their goal here, and what they're trying to advertise, and I'm a big fan of this, is that they are trying to market that they are going to have a continuous learning environment. Because, I mean, we know hacking, really any area in IT is rapidly evolving. It's so hard for anything to keep up. So certifications, if you're getting that, I mean, no matter what certification you're getting right now, it's going to be at least a few steps behind what's current, just because technology is moving so quickly, and that 100% goes for ethical hacking. I'm just going to check the chat real quick, make sure everything's still healthy. If you throw some super chats, I will do some AMA stuff here in a bit. How's everyone doing on LinkedIn and Twitch and X? Let me know. Oh, Dior, that's interesting. So Dior said CCST got me a good job. That's one of Cisco's new, that's a Cisco certified security technician certification. It's one of those entry-level ones that aren't like, you know, it's not CCNA level. It's kind of like one rung below. That's interesting. Derek, good to see you. Say, hey mate, been a follower for years. Good to see you live on here. Yeah, first time live on LinkedIn for a long time. I used to do lives on LinkedIn when they first came out with it. I used to do live study sessions for my CCNP Encore. This is back when it was super early. Tiny Players wants to turn his laptop into a Linux server. All right, I'm getting distracted. I'm like we're going to stay focused here. So the Cisco Verified Offensive Security Certificate in Ethical Hacking is kind of a mouthful, isn't it? So they're doing, I think the keystone of this is they're doing a capture the flag challenge for each domain, I guess. And they want to keep your skills current. Theme challenges, which I still don't know what that means, every quarter to reflect the latest threat landscape. With every badge you earn, you're elevating your team status to a versatile and dynamic cybersecurity professional. Okay, so they're kind of advertising to, I guess, a business, a company. This is definitely feeling more red team. So no formal prerequisites, although the CCST. So hey, Dior, you're good to go. Bearded IT Dad, thank you for the super chat. Bearded Brothers Unite. Yes. We'll never go out of style. Beards will always be cool. I have to keep telling myself that. And it's going to be true. Okay, example learner profiles. Entry level and college students looking to get into cybersecurity. Okay, got it. Interesting. So they're kind of just this feels like an EJPT or a what's another junior ethical hacking cert? I'm like blanking on that right now. Doesn't offensive security have one? So they're targeting everyone, it seems like. So we're targeting pen testers, and then we're targeting cybersecurity professionals as well. It's just funny. They're like, if you're a person and you're in IT, this is for you. Which, I get it. It's good marketing. It's just really hard to narrow that down, isn't it? Now, what's funny to me, I kind of want to riff on this for a bit, is how Cisco, it seems like every company is doing some sort of ethical hacking thing now. It became a thing. And like, I did the same thing. I can't blame them for this. I was in networking, and then I looked over here and I'm like, ooh, ethical hacking looks pretty cool. Let me try and have fun with that. And I made a video about that and people liked it. And I'm like, okay, I want to make more of these ethical hacking videos. So ethical hacking, it's a hot thing. It's been trending forever. It hasn't stopped. It keeps getting hotter. It's funny that Cisco's just now doing this. I feel like they should have done this years ago. But yeah, everyone has some sort of ethical hacking certification, it feels like. CompTIA's got their Pen Test Plus. It doesn't matter time that Cisco would do this. Microsoft, they kind of have their, and they've kind of gone off the generalist bandwagon. They've gone more towards the role-based Azure things, but man, Cisco having one is wild. So let's talk more about this. Get to my desktop here. Minimize security risk and maximize your career potential. Yeah, you'll make a lot of money. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I don't want to be a downer on it. I'm just saying, like, if you get into cybersecurity, you get into ethical hacking, you do have the potential to skyrocket your career, 100%. But what do I always say about certifications? What do I always say? I'm a broken record. Now, I probably have some new people here. But what I always say is that they're only as valuable as how marketable they are, which means people have to know about it. So, my effort here is to like shed some light on this new certification. Maybe it does take off and that'd be very cool. I'm a big certification fan, you know that. I think it's way better than college. Fight me, I don't care. I do care, I wanna be your friend. But seriously, I think this certification, we don't know yet. We don't know how marketable it is. Our prospective employer is going to go, I want to look for people who have this Cisco ethical hacking certification. I'm going to add that to my resume search. I'm going to do that, or HR is going to be searching for this. If that's not the thing just yet, it's going to vary based on your experience what's going to happen. Let's find out more about this still. So blah, 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 a bunch of marketing speak. Potential job roles, penetration tester, ethical hacker, bug bounty hunter. Oh, they're throwing that in there too. Use your required skills to discover security vulnerabilities and independently and get paid for each valid defect that you find. That's interesting they're throwing that in there because normally, that's weird. Because normally you'll see a certification focused on like the penetration tester side. And then you have another one focused on the bug bounty because it is a different skill set, a different tool set you're gonna be using, a different mindset. Whereas like if you're new to this realm, I'll kind of do a little field trip here on what it is. Penetration testing is more like you are working for a company or you're a contractor and other companies will hire you to come hack them for good. They'll say, hey, I think we're pretty secure. We got a security team, but I don't really know how secure we are. I don't want to wait for a hacker, a real one, a bad one to come in and try and get me. I want to hire a good hacker and let them try to like just test it, penetration test. So that's a whole realm. Ethical hacker, that could be in that umbrella, but there are other, different areas of the cybersecurity realm. There's so many paths, I can't cover them all. But if you're an ethical hacker, you're probably also, or if you're a penetration tester, I would consider you also an ethical hacker. And then you have the bug bounty hunter, a person who's not working for any one company or targeting any one contract. They're signing up for bug bounty programs. So for example, Meta, X, YouTube, and I assume YouTube, Apple, all these big companies, they want to make sure their stuff is secure. So they're big enough to where they can say, hey guys, you can come and hack our stuff. And if you let us know that you found something, we'll give you a bounty. We'll give you a little treat, a reward for finding for letting us know what you found. So instead of hacking us, if you turn it in, kind of like turning your friends in, when you snitched on them in school, you got a reward. Did anyone get like the Crime Stoppers reward? That's what it feels like. It feels like bug bounty hunting is Crime Stoppers, but for cybersecurity. So bug bounty hunting is a fun thing, but it is a different mindset. And correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. quick little coffee break here. And let's get back to talking about the cert. So I did peruse this earlier today, and there's something very interesting about how they're approaching this. Resources, all this. You can register for the Capture the Flag event, whatever. Now, when I did watch the YouTube video over here by Mr. Joe Clark, I found out, and I lied. I didn't watch it. I let ChatGPT watch it, and then it told me about the video. What I do know is that the training itself is required to go through Cisco U. So check this out. Let's go to, so you have to have required Cisco Networking Academy training. The good news, so at first I'm like, oh, gross, why are they making, okay, it's a money grab. That makes sense. They're trying to get people all about their platform come in. They made it free. They made their training free for this, which is very cool. So let's jump into that course real quick. And they're also doing something kind of weird too, and weird in a good way. You can follow an engaging gamified narrative throughout the course and get lots of practice with hands-on labs inspired by real-world scenarios. Cool. Let's go check it out. We are here. So, of course, they have instructor-led, which you can pay for. Self-paced online is free, which is awesome. And you'll get the Cisco Verified Ethical Hacker course badge only if you... actually, do you get that? Just for finishing the course? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But let's get started with the self-paced stuff here. I'm going to get logged in. I'm here. And again, I'm not paying for this. This is all completely free. So here's how it's going to work. They want you to take their free course, and you kind of have to you have to do the free course. You have to go through it. I'm not sure if they have assessments or labs you must complete to show completion of this entire thing, but you have to complete this in order to sign up for their Capture the Flags, their CTFs. Let me see. Oh yeah, review Capture the Flag topics. This looks like exam objectives. Rich Rice, thank you for becoming a member of the YouTube channel. Awesome. So they're covering some of the things that they're going to talk about here. Of course, information gathering. They're going to do some OSINT tools, basic things like analyzing DNS, who is records, network scanning, Nmap, for Linux. Okay, so basic stuff so far. Vulnerability scanning analysis, OWASP Zap, NICTO. We've covered a lot of that on our channel already. CVSS, aka CVEs. So they're covering a good, solid breadth of the basics. Netcat, PowerSploit, which is PowerShell. That's PowerShell like Metasploit, right? I'm not sure. And then scripting and code analysis. Okay, so they're covering the basics. This is very basic, right? And it's not different from any other ethical hacking course you might see. Now I'll go into in a minute where I think this sits versus the other ethical hacking vendors right now who have amazing certification programs. We'll go into it. Who's spamming? You better stop it. I've got bots on YouTube. I don't have bots everywhere else. I'm so sorry if people are getting stressed out there. We'll fix it next time. I like to just test in production, which is what we're doing here. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me. Real quick, if you're just tuning in, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I've got coffee, decaf, because I'm getting too old for regular stuff in the afternoon. And we're talking about the Cisco Ethical Hacking certification that Cisco just came out with. Normally they're known for networking. Here we are talking about ethical hacking. Interesting times we're in. So let's get back to the actual courseware here. Actually, I wanted to find the Capture the Flag. How do I do that? Let me see if I can find it. I'll go back a page here. So that was the topics. Okay, there's some challenges right there. So we have Wireshark Foo, investigate an event and determine whether it's suspicious or false positive. Then you have a DNS event. So these are two challenges. Can we do those challenges right now? I wonder. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Complete your first Capture the Flag challenge and earn your Cisco certificate in ethical hacking. Let's see. Prerequisites, you got to do the ethical hacker course. Okay, so you still have to do the free course. Now, what's cool is I think they're doing these capture the flag events. They're creating new, fresh ones every quarter. That's neat. I'm very curious what it feels like what the lab feels like, what kind of infrastructure and hardware you're going to be interacting with. That's going to be fun. And then, of course, they have their other related learnings that are more akin to Cisco. So you have like packet filtering and BGP. Very interesting stuff. So just so you know, the competitors we have in the running, I just saw someone talk about they just finished CS 101 on TryHackMe. I didn't know TryHackMe had CS 101. That's interesting. I love TryHackMe. I love Hack the Box. They're hard to beat. And I think Cisco's probably looking at those two companies and going, how can we compete on those levels? They're pulling in some serious money. I think Hack the Box had some like Series A, Series B funding. Like they're doing pretty good. So Cisco's like, we want to get on that. But looking at their training, this is where it's like, I mean, you first met a friendly face, and it's really nice because it's Omar Santos, which he's awesome. This guy here. Is it Santos or Santo? I don't know. I think it's Santos. Amazing dude. But that's one of the few videos I think you're going to see throughout this course. Now they have this fun little, company, Protego Security Solutions. They have a bunch of characters, which does make a course come alive. But let me know what you think. Does that help you as you're learning? Kind of that fun gamified feel? Or is it distracting? I'm kind of between that. I'm not sure. Trial Tense, thank you for the super chat. Can you do a video on LAN cache? What is that? Okay, fine. Rabbit hole. What's LAN cache? LAN party game caching made easy. Maybe I'll do this. Easy Docker setup. If it's Docker, I'll use it. Okay. Rabbit hole done. Let's see what else they got. So, yeah, it seems like it's mostly story-based. Mostly text. Now, as a person who makes videos for a living, I'm a big fan of videos. Now, I know not every person learns that way, right? Like I do like a multimodal approach to learning. So, I mean, they have labs. Do they have labs like guaranteed? Oh, they want you to build your own lab. Okay. So they tell you how to build your own lab. What do you need to do it with? I know Omar Santos has an amazing resource on GitHub. Probably a bunch of scripts, maybe some Docker files. It's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, like you can build your own CTFs. That's very cool. So you deploy a pre-built Kali Linux virtual machine. Yeah. We already know how to do that. If you've been watching my channel for a minute, we talk about that quite a bit. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna click through a few more modules here, see if I see any more videos. Again, mostly text. But like I was saying before, I think videos are important because it's it's hard to sit there and read module after module, kind of defeating. It's nice to have a voice, a face, a personality, kind of jump in and say, hey, let me help you out with something. Let me explain this topic. Let me give your eyes a rest so you can jump in real quick and just kind of let me do the talking for a minute. I think that's nice. Rod, thank you for the super chat. He got banned anyway. Thanks, America. Who got banned? I don't know. Christopher said, why no lab? Cisco has the well-known packet tracers. Yeah, Cisco, they have the best labbing software for their networking side called Cisco Packet Tracer. Just out of this world, amazing. But for the ethical hacking side, that's a bit harder to do. A lot harder to do. So I don't know how they're going to develop labs that aren't going to be cloud-based. Okay, it seems pretty thorough. I just don't know, without going like through every single thing, it seems like a lot of text. Final capstone activity. What do you do with a final capstone? Use SQL injection to find a flag. So how do you... Okay, so Kali VM customized for... Okay, they have a customized Kali VM. Okay, that's interesting. So they're relying on you to host this yourself and deploy it on VirtualBox or whatever. I should have looked at where to download that. I've got to see, where was that at? Build your own lab. Deploy the VM. Do they provide images for... So yeah, they're doing VirtualBox. Okay, okay. Guess that's all they're going to recommend is VirtualBox. Where is it at? Oh yeah, it's right here. Cool. I mean, very cool they're doing this. It's a risky thing. It's a bold move. Wait, why did I get to packet tracer? Oh, it must be like a generic, No? Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Anyways. Did I miss anything else with this? So what do you guys think? A Cisco ethical hacking certification, do you think it's going to take off? Yeah, Nick, I would do the same thing. I would build it in Proxmox. If you're a nerd like me, you probably have some kind of virtualization and type 1 hypervisor situation in your lab. But also, I jump onto VirtualBox every once in a while. Anger, is it your name? Oh, Angel. Sorry, I don't know why I called you Anger. Angel said, yeah, you're right, Chuck. I was hoping for a mix of videos. Yeah, I was hoping for videos here. I'm a big fan of video learning. But again, I like both. So it could be very cool. Could be very neat. I think it's fun. But here's where I kind of think it stands. What I'm seeing here, not as much fun as the other competitors. So the one I'm working through right now, I'm getting an ethical hacking certification as we speak. It's the Hack the Box CPTS. I forget it. Let's just pull it up. This isn't sponsored by them, although my YouTube shorts are sponsored by them, but this live stream is not. Real quick, actually, we do have a sponsor that I almost forgot about. But you ready for this? This ad's gonna be fun. Ready, set, ad. You know what sucks? Getting hacked. You know what sucks worse? Your business getting hacked. That's where the sponsor of this live stream, Huntress, comes in. Now, Huntress is not just cybersecurity software, it's people. Now, don't get me wrong, they've got the software, but it's powered by a 24/7 SOC. A human SOC. Feels weird saying human SOC. And we have to say that nowadays, but I just realized I wrote the word SOC. It's like this, Security Operations Center. They're keeping an eye on your business all the time, including when you're sleeping. Around the clock monitoring, and when things happen, new malware, new breaches, they've got real humans. Real human experts, expert humans, investigating this stuff and ready for rapid response. It's almost like if you hired John Hammond to handle your cybersecurity. Kinda are, actually. John Hammond works for Huntress. He's one of those human experts. Now check this out. They just launched a new managed SIEM. Seems pretty cool, right? Sorry. Now we've talked about SIEMs before on this channel. They're fun, but they're complex. But with the Huntress managed SIEM, you can dump all your security and event logs and get exactly what you expect from a SIEM. Smart filtering. So you're only seeing things that are important. And also you got people looking at the SIEM. Yeah, you might have a SIEM and you're putting data into it, but is anybody watching that? Do you know if it's running well? I don't know. Seems like you should try it. Sorry. That's the last one, I promise. You can actually do a free trial. Give it a try. Give it a trial. There's a link below, and thanks again to Huntress for sponsoring this live stream. Now, back to me. Okay, that was our sponsor, Huntress. If you know John Hammond, an amazing ethical hacker, he works for Huntress, and that place is amazing. In fact, it was so funny, I was talking with my accountant the other day, and I'm like, hey, buddy, you're handling my money. Who handles your IT? Who's keeping you secure? And he's like, oh, I got this IT provider, and they use Huntress. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So my accountant uses it. So if my accountant uses it, you should too. So if you have a business, if you have an MSP, Huntress, they're pretty awesome. So check them out. Anyways, getting back to talking about certifications. So what I'm going through right now is the Hack the Box CPTS, which I'm having a great time doing. It's difficult, but the way they do training is really fun. It's very hands-on, very lab-based. Like it's all up in your face. You're gonna hit a lab every time you're learning something, and then of course they have their amazing capture the flag environment called Hack the Box. That's what they had. Hack the Box first, then their academy came in after that. Not sponsored by them. And then you have TryHackMe. TryHackMe is just as amazing. Let me pull it up. Who else is so excited for the, what do they call it? The, what's the Christmas thing? I forget. Do they have it somewhere here? I don't know. But if you never tried TryHackMe, it is so stinking fun. What's it called? Someone help me. I gotta search it now. TryHackMe Christmas. Advent of Cyber. There it is. So fun. Oh my gosh. It gets you in the Christmas mood. They have a fun story. And it's all free. It's nuts. So here's my take, right? If Cisco is going to come in and try to get their stake in the ethical hacking realm, if they're going to compete with TryHackMe, they're going to compete with Hack the Box, that's fine. They have the total right to do that. In fact, I invite the competition. Competition makes things better, right? But if you're going to come in here, if you're going to go into that arena, you got to bring something new. You got to bring something better. You can't just bring in the same thing. Oh, hey, we also teach ethical hacking, and it's the same, but maybe a little worse. You can't do that. You got to have something new. Now, sure, you got the name. You got Cisco. What else you doing? That content seemed like the same. Video content, not quite there, or not there at all. And I don't know, dog. I wish that they would have done something better. Now, the certification itself, the way you get it is not traditional Cisco. So whereas usually you'll go to like a Pearson VUE and take a test for the CCNA. For this one, you have to complete their course and then do a capture the flag and complete that capture the flag. So you course first, you got to complete it. It's free. That's good. That's awesome. But then the capture the flag, and that costs $100. They have multiple capture the flags that do different things. So I'm not sure like how one will validate you as an ethical hacker while another one's doing a different technology. Kind of interesting how they're doing that. But $100, you do the capture the flag. They're toting it as more real world. I don't know how it's going to feel. I can assume it's going to be good. No idea. That's interesting though. That's an interesting thing. So I wonder if Cisco is going to start doing all their certifications like this, where they're going to have more of a real world hands-on approach and they're going to update their content more frequently. So, we're having new capture the flags every quarter. Very interesting. But again, they're taking a leaf out of the book of everyone. Hack the Box is always having new boxes on Hack the Box. TryHackMe is always adding new modules. You can go in there and create your own stuff for TryHackMe. It's so cool. So yeah, they're not really doing anything new or groundbreaking or exciting. It's kind of, oh, is my mic pretty low? Specky? Let me turn it up just a little bit. How does that sound? Any bit, how about now? Okay, cool. Thicolo said, no way Cisco is transitioning for other certifications. Yeah, I would find that really hard to do. Like, yeah, that would be almost impossible. I would like to see that. I don't know. Yusuf says, hey Chuck, what do you think about the Cisco CyberOps certificate? I think it's okay. I think it has enough brand recognition to be valuable, but again, it has to look good on your resume. Is it still too low, Specky? Testing? I don't know. People say I sound fine. Does my beard get tangled in wires? Yeah, it does actually. When I was redoing my server room, I found like just random, I was making Ethernet cord and I would find random wires up in my beard. It was a disaster. It does happen. All right, so we covered. Anyone have any more questions or thoughts on the Cisco hacking certification? It's such a weird thing to say. Oh my gosh. I think, should I go for it? Should I try and do it? I think I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. I want to try it out. It doesn't seem like a lot of content. It doesn't, and I've already, with my channel, I've already done a lot of stuff for it. So I'm curious. I want to go through it. KG Hacks, thank you for the super chat. Which certs are best for the resume? You know, it's hard. It depends on what you want to do. But I think if you're just getting out started in IT, if you have no job and you're looking to get that start onto the help desk, best one I think is the CompTIA A+. I know, controversial. I get it. I think it's the best one. It has that marketability, that brand recognition, and it'll give you a good breadth of knowledge. We talked about this in our last stream. The other one I would say is just like a no-brainer is the CCNA from Cisco. So strong, so valid. It'll teach you what you need to know for networking. It'll also do some extra, like give you more like give you more of a focused approach on Cisco products, which feels a bit biased. I get it. It's a Cisco certification, but also there's a ton of Cisco equipment out there, and most vendors, when they made their command line and when they made their networking hardware, they kind of copied Cisco. There's even been lawsuits and stuff. So yeah, it's amazing, CCNA. The other one that's just so good because the government, the DoD requires it for so many jobs is the Security Plus. For content, it's like meh, but getting it and putting it in your resume looks good. It's gonna check a box. And that's what certifications do. It does the same thing that a degree does. It checks a box. It tells your prospective employers that, hey, I know something. It doesn't mean I'm going to know everything, and sure, you could have cheated on the exam, but at least you went to that trouble. I mean, at least you know something. So yeah, certifications, I'm a huge, massive fan. They're better than degrees. That's a conversation for another time. Time for a little coffee refill here. I just realized that I've been ignoring my team. I'm going to check Slack. So if you watch my most recent video on Home Assistant, my kids keep throwing toilet paper in the toilet. My youngest one, she'll be turning 2 here in the next month. She's my 6th kid, so I have 6 kids. She's the youngest. And the caboose, there's something about the caboose. They're just kind of crazy. No amount of punishment will prevent her from being crazy. We punished her, doesn't care. She just throws that toilet in the toilet paper. So I used I used Home Assistant running on a Raspberry Pi, something like this, to automate the most annoying thing in the world. And it just went off like twice within the last hour. And I'll jump onto my camera and I'll listen to my wife yell at the kids, guys, close the bathroom door. So what'll happen is the toilet lid, if it's left open, and the door, the bathroom door, if it's left open, it'll set off my house to go crazy. Red lights flashing. It'll turn off the internet. Not for me. It'll log into my Unify firewall and disable or enable a few firewall rules, just blocking my family's devices, not me. I'm not the problem here. And then it will play a video on loop on all the TVs of me, like right here, saying, "Hey, go close that stuff right now. I'm holding the house hostage. And until you do that, you're not getting on the internet. You're going to see flashing red lights." It's so annoying. And it happens a lot. So I think they're learning. I do see that door closed more often than anything else. I haven't had to fish out any toilet paper since that video. I think it works. It's awesome. So I've been going down. Oh, thank you, Glenn, for the super chat, and let me know my mic volume sounds great. You're awesome. I've been going down the rabbit hole of Home Assistant. Can I show you something? All right, I'm gonna be right back. I was gonna bring it in here before I started my live stream, but then my guys had me recording something, and I had to rush in here with coffee dripping from my beard. It was a disaster. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. What we have here is a project. So we have a couple more, actually 2 more Home Assistant videos coming out, solving a problem that I've been wanting to solve for a very long time. And these videos almost killed me and my team, but this is fun. I'm gonna give you a sneak preview here, but you still have to go and watch the video, okay? I'm gonna get the sucker plugged in. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped everything. This is a Raspberry Pi 4 with a RE Speak hat on top of it, which has microphones and it has the ability to plug in an external speaker. Sounds terrible, but what are you gonna do? And this is what I've been nerding out on the past few weeks. Because I'm a big fan of going local. I did a video where I took all my AI local. Doesn't mean I don't still use AI on the cloud. No, I use AI on the cloud all the time. But I love having the option of AI locally, and I like my kids using local AI. Let's face it, our kids are gonna use AI. It's just how it is. I wanna make sure they're using the latest and greatest stuff, but I don't want them to use and give away information about themselves to some conglomerate. I wanna control it, make it private. I wanna be able to see their chats. And if you're like, Chuck, that sounds awesome, how do I do that? I do have a video on that where I took I think it's called host all of your AI locally. We did that. Let's see, what am I doing here? Okay, before I show you, so right now, we got a light going on. It's very fun. I'm gonna make sure I have the settings right because I don't wanna give away one part of the video. You're gonna have to go see that. Oh yeah, I would have totally ruined this. So I'm glad I'm changing it now. You can't see that yet. This is so nuts. I can't believe I did this. I'm gonna give it, you can't see what I'm doing. I know that. I'm doing it on purpose. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting like really distracted. I need to add one more thing here. Yes, okay, I found it. I'm almost done, I promise. I know you're waiting there so patiently. Trust me, this is worth the wait. Now, some of you may already know what I'm about to show you. This is a fully local Alexa replacement. It's amazing. It integrates the Home Assistant. I do have videos coming out showing you how to do every bit of this. The first bit's easy. Like doing your own like voice assistant is not actually crazy at all. It's kind of easy. It's customizing it to what you want it to be. That's a whole different ball game. But I want to show you this. Watch this. Ah, I'm so excited. Well, I'm just trying to kind of refresh the chat, make sure everyone's still alive here. Make sure I'm still alive. Terry, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. The kitchen lights are now on. How can I assist you today?
Why did you turn the kitchen lights off? Terry, turn off Chuck lamp light.
I apologize, but I couldn't find dining light 2 in the kitchen area. The kitchen has its own lights, kitchen light 2, kitchen light 1, and testing light. Can you try again with one of those?
Terry, what year did The Matrix come out?
This function is not defined in the list.
Terry, just tell me. You can tell me what year The Matrix came out.
The Matrix movie was released in 1999. The kitchen lights are still on, by the way. Would you like me to turn them off?
Terry, yeah, go ahead and turn them off.
The kitchen lights are now off. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Did it actually turn them off? Let me check Home Assistant. It did. Okay, so what you're seeing there is the best thing ever. It's a complete Alexa replacement. So you noticed how I was having conversation with it. I could ask it questions like, what year did The Matrix come out? I could ask it anything like that. That's because it's talking to Llama, it's talking to Llama 3, and it's talking to my server in there, Terry. So those are videos that are coming out soon. I wanted to tease that a bit because I was so excited. How amazing is that? Raise your hand. Do you want this? It's fully local. Like, it's not going out to a cloud. It's all right here. And in many ways, it's more powerful than Alexa. Sorry if I keep setting your stuff off. I'm very sorry about that. But in other ways, it's not. And there's things you're gonna give up when you go this route. For me, way worth it. So much more fun. Oh my gosh. Now, we're almost out of time here. Terry, who's gonna win the election? You know, let's ask. And also, did you notice that it's my voice? That's a whole thing. I'll show you how to do that in a video. It's coming out soon. Terry, who's gonna win the 2024 presidential election? Probably doesn't know.
I can't provide information on the outcome of future events, including elections. Can I help you with something else?
Yeah. Generic answer. Terry. It's Halloween. Let's do something fun. Terry. Tell me a 10-second scary story. Make it the scariest story. Make it tech-related because it's Halloween. Give me something good.
Here's a 10-second scary story for you. Have you ever connected to a Wi-Fi network that wasn't yours? One night, I did just that. As soon as the connection was established, my phone screen flickered on, displaying only 2 words, "Welcome home." I tried to leave, but it was too late. The screen went black, and when it came back on, my phone's camera showed a message, "I've been waiting for you."
So, that's just a teaser. I did a lot more, and how that works is a whole thing, but I'm giving Terry a voice. And that was one of the things that you guys asked when I made that video, when I made my own AI server, was like, what about voice? How can we talk to it? I want to be able to talk to it, not just chat. It's here. It's amazing. Bearded IT Dad. Terry, yes. Oh, I almost set him off. It's so cool. I can't, like, this is one of the projects that I'm so excited to show you guys. That video, setting up this voice assistant, is coming out Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday, because my team's like, this video is really long, Chuck. I know. There's a lot to it. And the next one, it's crazy. I'm going to show you how to train your own voice. It's going to be fun. All right, so will this replace my ex? Maybe. I don't know. Can you change the voice? Yeah. You can. You can do whatever voice you want. Thicola said, how far along are you on the CPTS, Chuck? I'm halfway through. I've been slacking only because I've been working on a secret project behind the scenes. And it's been too much. I'm getting back on it soon. But things have been a little bit crazy. Terry from Brooklyn Nine-Nine likes this. That's the inspiration there. That's the inspiration. All that video is going to be so fun. All right, so we got about 4 minutes left. I'll answer some questions. I'm not going to go into anything else. I was going to try and teach something, but I don't have time for that. Also, I'm stinking tired. What's the best hacking cert? Says Rye Cybersecurity. You know, the best for learning? I'm not sure yet, because I've not gotten one yet. But I can go to the marketing side of things and say, what looks the best on paper? What do people recognize the most? Right now, it's still the OSCP. Like, that's been around for so long, it's so deeply entrenched in people's minds as a good certification. That's the best. I think that Hack the Box will start to climb the ranks. That's going to take time, and I'm hoping I can maybe help with that a bit, because I think it's an amazing platform. For the two, train my own voice locally, yeah, it's going to be cool. I will tell you this. It was hard. When I make videos like that, I try to figure out the best, most efficient, most repeatable way, because I want to show you guys how to do it, and it's got to be like approachable. It can't just be like this insane mad scientist thing that you would never be able to do. I would hate doing that. So I figured out a ton of what not to do in order to bring you this solution, and it's so fun. I'm addicted. I have a problem. Like, I love doing this so much. It's incredibly fun, and you can connect it to anything. You have to be careful. You have to guard your heart. You could spend all your time with this thing. Business Mindset says, should I do CompTIA Network Plus or Security Plus first? If it has to be CompTIA based on the network side, I would say do Network Plus first and then Security Plus. I think CCNA is more valuable and better overall than the Network Plus. It is kind of like a jump. Like the Network Plus, it's a bit more user-friendly, like coming from the A+ or nothing. CCNA is like, here, you're a Cisco guy now. Start from scratch, subnetting. Like it's a lot. but it's more valuable. So I would say, if you had to do them in order, I would say CCNA Security Plus, that's ideal. If you want to stay at CompTIA, that's fine. Network Plus, Security Plus, that's the order I would do it. Chris Play says, I'm about to do the CCNA cert, and I'll do the exam next week. Any advice? Ooh. First of all, that's exciting. It's a big deal. I would say make sure you really understand the concepts. Like, don't just like memorize things and say like, oh, I've completed the book or I've completed all these videos. Like, really understand the concepts. And what I mean is like be able to explain them. Now, you have something right now I did not have when I took my CCNA, and that's ChatGPT. Get in there, jump into a voice mode, advanced voice mode. I think it's available to everyone for free now. And just say, hey, I'm taking the CCNA next week. Here are all the exam topics. Quiz me. Let's talk this out. Or like tell her, hey, I'm going to try and explain CCNA topics. You tell me where I sound stupid. That's an incredible thing you can do. It's so powerful because if you can explain it simply, you got it. The other thing I would do is do some practice exams. If you don't have a good one yet, Boson is a good one. I love them. They've been a long-term sponsor of the channel, and I've used them to pass exams. I would do practice exams and then use those tools to identify where you're weak and really focus on the weak areas because you only have a week, right? Like you can't go through and study everything. Don't stress yourself out. Identify your weakest areas and spend all your time there. So if it's spanning tree, go back and learn spanning tree. If it's subnetting, you gotta have that subnetting down. You don't wanna be in a subnetting question, that's basics. You don't wanna be bogged down there. Have that down, subnet in your sleep. But yeah, I'm excited for you. Good luck. Could I possibly make this job a call center employee? Oh, Mehmet, you have no idea what's coming in my video series right now. Actually, I can give you a peek. Where did it go? I've got a bunch of phones in there. Like, phones. Don't even ask. It's going to be a thing. It's going to be... Warren said, hey, I failed my A+ Core 1 today. I'm sorry. That sucks. I've been there. That's a hard place to be. What I would do, because right now it's raw. It's like, God, I feel so stupid. And you're not stupid. Like these exams are not easy. They're so large. They cover so many things. So take a break. But also what I would do is like, when I finish an exam and I failed it, what I'll do is get out my phone and just kind of like do as quick as I can, as detailed as I can, like dictate what I thought I missed. Go into some details, things that were hard, because you're gonna forget. You're going to forget. Your brain is designed to forget things. It's the best forgetting machine in the world. So just voice recorder. I mean, it's amazing what we have now. Freaking open up voice memo on iPhone. It'll transcribe it for you and dump it into ChatGPT and have it quiz you. Like, gosh, it's so crazy what you can do. But yeah, just dust yourself off. I would maybe reschedule it again for 2 weeks if you can. I've been there to where I failed it, and I had no more money to take it again for at least the next paycheck, so I had to wait a month. I get that. That sucks. But you'll get it. Don't worry. I am making an A+ course right now, so if you're weak in some areas, we're still building it out, but I would love for you to visit our academy and check that out. How to Be said, do you love coffee so much? I think you're probably asking, why do I love coffee so much? It's just always been part of my life. I used to work at Starbucks, and this was back when like right now, I only drink, I'm not sure you can see inside my cup, I'm about to spill it on my keyboard. There you go, you can see it. I only drink black coffee because I sincerely love the taste. When you don't have all the flavor and the pumpkin spice and all that, you can actually taste the notes. I sound so pretentious right now, I know. You can taste the orange and the citrus and the candy, the berry from like the different blends you might have. So like this one, let me see if I can get here. I'm about to do a slurp, so if you have one of those phobias, I'm sorry. Yeah, very like a kind of a blueberry taste on that one. It's so fun. And the smell of coffee, the act of making coffee, drinking coffee, I always have to have some sort of coffee. That's why having I use a local roastery that I partner with to make my coffee beans. and that's where we sell them from. So they're local here where I am. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm old. Can you please make decaf? I'll work with you on this, please. And that's where our decaf blend came in. It's so stinking good. All right, I think that's all I have right now. I told my wife I'd be done at 6. It's 6:03. I gotta get out of here. I'll look at a few more things because we're having fun here. Love that coffee maker. Yeah, this is called a Chemex. And what's so funny is I didn't get into like this craft coffee making until like the past maybe 5 years. You ever seen the show Friends? You probably have, right? If you're watching Friends, if you're in the kitchen, Monica and Rachel's apartment, you'll see on their counter a Chemex, just like this, almost every episode. So fun. I see coffee makers everywhere now. Tech Gamer said, I'm doing the Google IT Support Professional Cert. What do you think of that one? I think it's solid. Like on the content, it's great. I don't know if the marketability is there yet. And what I mean is like when you put the sucker on your resume, is it going to look good? I'm not sure. But the content, I mean, like if you're going through it and you feel like you're learning something, that's good. That's good. Keep in mind, certifications are to help you get jobs. That's the only goal here. You can learn the content from anywhere for free on your own. You can do that. It's what certifications do. They make it more curated, and they put something on your resume to prove you did something. I want Ghost 2. Bye, Chuck. I'm going to go to sleep. And he's got school test tomorrow. Good luck. All right, that's all I got today, guys. We will be live streaming every week. Hello again, and bye to all the people on LinkedIn and X and Twitch, all the places I've never streamed before. This has been fun. I'll catch you guys next time.